make you focus on defensive back your whole college career, or did you try running back too?
Nah. I mean, if I could go back and rewind the hands of time, I would never stop playing running back. But I was highly recruited coming out of high school, and you know, when you get some of the biggest coaches in the country to come to your school and they announce what they're recruiting you as. You know, other schools around the country say, you know what, I guess I'm just gonna follow that trend. So, you know, Pete Carroll came to my school, watched my tape, and was like, yeah, he's gonna be a great DB in the NFL one day. And I don't know if he was quoted on that or maybe I told a reporter that, you know what I mean, about my experience when Pete Carroll came, and that changed. That was like it. I had other schools around the country that wanted me to play running back that I could have explored. I just wasn't interested in living in these places, you know what I mean? But if I could go back and do it again, I may second guess that, you know what I mean? I just hindsight, like when I think back in my career, I made more plays, I made more of an impact with the ball in my hand than I ever did playing on defense. You know what I mean?
That's fair. Yeah.
So when I think I'm a better football player with the ball in my hand.
That makes sense. You chose Arizona State over USC, Michigan, Nebraska, Oregon State, Washington.
Crazy. Yeah.
And were those schools recruiting you at DB too, or running back as well?
Michigan wanted me to play DB. SC wanted me to play DB. Washington wanted me to play running back. And Oregon State was allowing me to play either or.
Okay, yeah.
Either or. I just felt good. You know, Arizona State was hiring a new coach, and Dennis Erickson at the time. I had just come off a season where I won a championship in high school from, getting a new head coach. So I kind of liked the vibe of switching things up. You know what I mean? And Erickson, he just, he said all the right things to me, man.
Yeah.
And he wasn't lying. Like you know me, but he said all the right things to me that made me believe that, when I come here, I can make an immediate impact. You know, and if I'm being honest, like I didn't go to college to graduate. You know what I mean? I went to college so I could use it as a stepping stone to get to the NFL. So I ended up graduating, but I had no desire. I was like, I'm just going to be here for 3 years and I'm out of here. I'm just trying to be around the best coach that's going to help me do that. And I felt like it was Coach Erickson at the time.
I feel like a lot of kids may, at least their parents may be like, no, you need to graduate, you need to focus on school, right? But did you kind of know, like, oh, I'll have a good chance to go to the NFL because of how good you were in high school?
Yeah, I felt like that.
When when was that moment you were like, yeah, I'm going to be in the NFL?
Man, that's a great question. My head coach, my senior year in high school, his name is Anthony Rice. He played a couple seasons in the NFL, a couple seasons on the practice squad. You know, being around an NFL player that's now my coach, you know what I mean, being able to look at his size and things of that gave me confidence off the rip. You know what I mean, just being around him. And then we had another coach named Coach Ballard, who actually I think he went to Colorado, or maybe he was from Colorado. I'm not sure, but he played wide receiver at the University of Colorado.
Okay, yeah.
So and he was our wide receivers coach, right? And then we had a couple other coaches that were all
relatively. Was that in high school?
This was in high school.
Okay, yeah.
This was all in high school, and these guys were all relatively young. These guys are probably my age right now, coaching. You know, so like not only me, I got guys like Bobby Wagner on my team. So we got guys that are kind of ahead of the curve,
right,
physically on the team. You know what I mean? So much so that like sometimes practice is a little too easy for us.
Yeah.
So much so to where the coaches were like, hey, maybe we should suit up against the guys. Okay? You can't even do today, right?
Right.
Our coaches suit up against us. You know, I had a favorable experience against some of my coaches that made me believe, oh yeah, I'm going to be ready for this. You know what I mean? Because I was a boy, and these were men. You know what I mean? And physically, they may have had an edge on me. You know, me mentally.
Yeah.
But physically, I was like, I know there's a rule for this, but I'm gonna be ready. I'm super confident in my speed. I don't think anybody is faster than me. Nobody. And physically, for my size, like I feel like I'm a mismatch. You know what I mean? At 5'11", I'm not too big, but like I am not scared of no contact.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll put my face in anything, and I love the game. So like, and I was super smart. Like it didn't take long for me to pick up offense, like long plays that people make it seem like it's super long. That was like super easy for me to get. It wasn't complex for me to dissect schemes and concepts on defense. It just came natural. The game just came natural to me. You know what I mean? So they gave me that. Once they gave me that confidence, that I was like, okay, I could really take it to the next level for sure.
That's dope.
Yeah.